So today I want to talk to you about the long-term cycles that occur in our lives in numerology. So up to now I've been talking to you about your chart numbers, your life path, your expression, your soul urge, your maturity number, your birthday numbers that all relate to you as a person. Now what I'm talking to you today is the external conditions that are going to happen to you to help you learn the lessons that you're here to learn in this lifetime. And we have long-term cycles that last for 20 to 30 year periods, and we have an energy in that cycle which affects the things that happen to us, and that's one in the long term. That's called your long-term period cycle. Then you have your pinnacles, which are more medium term, and then you'll have your personal years, which are really in your face. But today I'm going to start with the long-term period cycles. So when you're born, and your maturity and your wisdom cycle. So you have a youth cycle, a maturity cycle, and a wisdom cycle. And you'll have a certain number energy which attests to what you're going to experience in life. It's like your oxygen, the climate of what you're going to experience. And it's very, very long term. And in future videos, I'm going to be talking about the more medium term cycles. And of course, the personal years, which are right in your face and change year on year. And you have to take account of all these energies when you're thinking about what's good to do in your life at a certain time, what's likely to be happening and why in your life. And it's to do with the energy of your long-term cycles, your medium-term pinnacles and challenges, and of course your personal years, which change year on year. Now, of course, the age ranges of when each period cycle starts and ends changes depending on what life path you are. So looking at the screen here, if you're a life path 1, your youth cycle or your first period cycle is 0 to 26 years. Then you enter your maturity cycle from 26 to 53 years, and your third long-term period cycle is from 53 years and onwards. If you're a life path 2, your youth cycle lasts from birth until 34 years, your maturity cycle from 34 to 61 years, and then your final wisdom cycle from 61 years onwards. If you're a life path 3, your youth cycle is birth to 33 years, your maturity cycle is 33 to 60 years, and your wisdom third and final cycle is from 60 onwards. If you're a life path 4, your youth cycle is 0 to 32 years, your maturity cycle is 32 to 59 years, and your wisdom cycle is 59 years onwards. If you're a life path 5, your youth cycle is 0 to 31 years, your maturity cycle is 31 to 58 years, and your wisdom cycle is from 58 years onwards. Life path 6, from 0 to 30 years, your youth cycle. From 31 to 58 years is your maturity cycle, and from 58 years onwards is your wisdom cycle. Life path 7, from birth to 29 years is your youth cycle. From 29 to 56 years is your maturity cycle. From 56 years onwards is your wisdom cycle. Life path 8, from birth to 28 years is your youth cycle. Your maturity cycle is 28 to 55 years, and your wisdom cycle is 55 years onwards. Life path 9, your first cycle is 0 to 27 years. Maturity cycle is 27 to 54 years, and from 54 years onwards, your wisdom cycle. Life path 11 is the same as the life path 2, so it's from birth to 34 years, 34 to 61 years, your maturity cycle, and 61 years onwards for your wisdom cycle. Life path 22 is 0 to 32 years, your maturity cycle 32 to 59 years, and your wisdom cycle 59 years onwards. And for Life Path Master 33, it's going to be the same as the Life Path 6, So that's youth cycle 0 to 30 years, maturity 30 to 57 years, and wisdom cycle 57 years onwards. These are your long-term cycle energies, and in the next videos that I'm going to be putting out in the next couple of days, I'll be showing you exactly what your number energy is for each of these cycles. So you'll know what your cycle number is for your youth, you'll know what your cycle number is for your maturity, and you'll know what your long-term cycle number will be when you're older, in your 50s and 60s onwards. So those energy videos are going to be coming out in the next few days, so stay tuned for those. So if you were born in August, then your long-term youth cycle in numerology is the 8 energy. And this runs from birth to anywhere between 26 and 34 years, depending on your life path. So if you were born in August and your long-term cycle from childhood to mid or the start of adulthood is the 8 energy, then you have lots of power really early in your life. And to be honest, free access to money and power that really you don't know how to manage healthily and responsibly. It can be something that can, ruin you and your character if you're not careful to have that much power and money so early. Childhood is often lacking in empathy, which could cause you to disregard the rights and feelings of others at times. And it's only the energy you're in. It's not something to judge yourself for, by the way. You're drawn to mastering the material aspects of early life in entrepreneurial activities all the time from young. You might have been bossy, bossed up your peers around a bit, and it's because you feel this energy of leadership and business. Even for a young age, I can see you buying multi-packs of chocolate and selling them one by one to make profit. Very entrepreneurial from a very young age, as early as you can anyway. But you need, with guidance, to learn how to handle the energy of money. That's going to be a difficult one. So if you were born on the 8th, 17th or 26th day of any month, then your long-term maturity cycle is the 8 energy. Now the maturity cycle runs from, depending on your life path, between 26 and 34 years, all the way to between 53 and 61 years old. And that means that in the biggest chunk of your adult working life, you are in the 8 energy. So you're going to be more drawn to accumulating wealth and abundance and power during this time. You may look for a high-powered, high-paid career or run your own business to make good money, providing the potential for business and career success. You can influence and manifest in your environment very well in an efficient, organised and result-orientated way. Success for you will come from planning, organising and managing yourself, your intuition, learning to trust it, managing your life, managing your finances and managing your team at work and at home. If you were born in 1952, 1961, 1970, 1979, 1988, 1997, getting a bit older here, 2006, 2015 and any 9-year interval after that, then your long-term wisdom cycle in numerology is the 8 energy. And this is the last cycle in your life, and it runs from, depending on your life path, any time between 53 and 61 onwards. So retirement is not good for you when you're in the 8 energy at the last part of your life, because it's still a time for you to continue directing projects, achieving big worldly goals, right up until you leave this lifetime if you can. You're not one to stop and retire and relax. You want to keep going. You want to keep your finger on the pulse. So it can be continuing a successful time where you have the power to get things done, organise others still, especially if you're running your own business. Achieve and continue to accumulate that material gain way into retirement, but it'll mean you don't often get the rest you need, and you might work too hard, and you might get to the situation where you're struggling to work as hard as you used to, and you mustn't make yourself ill by working too hard. Your material gain and your abundance can be used by you as a tool to support others towards success. But again, be careful to look after yourself as well and not work yourself into the ground. I hope you've really enjoyed this video today. If you haven't already, please subscribe and like this video with a thumbs up, and follow me on YouTube. If you would like a reading, you can email me at katie@soulexplorer.net. You can contact me on my Facebook page, Soul Explorer Numerology, or you can find me on Instagram under Soul Explorer Kate, Soul Explorer Kate, one word. I'm on LinkedIn as well under Katie Ewers, Katie Youers, Katie, and I'm also on Twitter under Soul Explorer 4, and I'm on TikTok as well. But if you'd like to support me, I'm on Ko-Fi and I'm on Patreon, and you can follow me in the link in the description box. And I'm often on My Guru, so if you want to ask me any questions, go on to My Guru, put a bit of credit on there, and you will find me often online, and you can ask me any questions on an ad hoc basis about numerology. So I hope you've enjoyed listening to my video today, and just before I go, I just want to let you know some exciting news. My beginner book, Remember Your Life Plan, has just been released on Amazon, and this gives you a basic grounding in numerology. It's for beginners and people that are just starting out, and it's good for you to read this before you read my other book. So Remember Your Life Plan is for beginners, really. Gives you a grounding in numerology, and it's sort of the level where people would do my Foundations of Numerology Practitioner on Udemy. So that is my first beginner book, and it's just for newbies. This one is for people that are more intermediate. It provides a deeper analysis of the lessons and challenges of your life path and birthday energies, a concise list of your priority and secondary life path tasks, and it gives you a deeper understanding, and it's longer and more detailed analysis for potential numerology readers. And then Remember Your Talents, again, it's an intermediate level course, and it provides an analysis of the lessons of your life path with your talent number, with your expression number, so it shows how good you're going to be at achieving the lessons of your life path and birthday number. Again, a lesson by lesson comparison of your talents to see how easy or difficult each task in your life purpose will be. And again, it's longer and more detailed, and it's more for numerology readers that have a good grounding. And if you have a good grounding, you might want to take my Master Practitioner for Readers on numerology, if you prefer audio visual or you'd like to do both. Remember Your Motivations is due out soon. I'm working frantically to try and get this third intermediate book of the trilogy out there for you, and I hope to do that soon. So don't forget, if you want a reading from me one-to-one over Zoom, just send me an email. You might want an ongoing one-to-one service, in which case you might want to join my channel on YouTube. And if you live in the UK or you're visiting soon, I do shows all over Oxfordshire and Buckinghamshire and Berkshire sometimes, with Dear Spirit events. So come to one of our events for a personal reading, or just say hello and purchase one of my books. It's completely up to you. So these are my 3 books, and I hope you've enjoyed my video today, and get looking on Amazon, because I tell you what, to find them quickly, put my name in, Katie Ewers, KatieYouers, and then my books come up straight away for you to have a look at. So I hope you enjoy my books, and I hope you've enjoyed my video today. See you soon.